Hi folks, it's Greg with Best Choice Trailers. Today we're going to take a walk around an Ironbull by North Star 7x14, 14,000 pound GVW. This would be the DTB 14 model. It's going to weigh in about 4,800 pounds as shown. It's going to give you a net legal payload of about 9,200 plus tongue weight. Tongue weight's going to be about 15% of 14,000 or another 2,000 pounds. Total gross you can get in the neighborhood of 11,000 with tongue weight. So we're going to take a walk around the trailer, show you some of the standards as well as the optional features shown on this. So one of the most notable features on this trailer would be the 3-foot sides. Standard would be a 2-foot. So this is 1 foot higher than normal. So a couple of things that we like about this particular unit. They do an integrated keyway in the side. Now notice that keyway is not welded on, but it's fabbed in. Now Ironbull also does a 10 gauge side and floor, which is a little bit heavier than the industry standard. We'll show you that in a second. So another feature that makes these guys our heaviest dump that we current stock would be the main frame and the tongue. So while most in the industry build their trailers this way, they've got a tongue and a main frame. Most are going to use a 6-inch 8-foot-pound channel or a 6-inch 9-foot-pound tube. This is a 6-inch 12-foot-pound I-beam tongue and main frame. Now most of the manufacturers in the industry you see that do an I-beam frame generally do one frame. So they'll do a tongue main frame unibody all the way back. With this one here, you'll notice from there back to the spring hanger, that's all basically a doubled up frame. That's a 24 foot-pound in that area. That makes this a very heavy duty, very rugged trailer. So again, the I-beam tongue main frame certainly would be one of the features. And then you also notice this frame here, which is above your tongue and above your main frame, would be what we refer to as a bed frame. They also use a 6-inch tube bed frame, which is also a good bit heavier duty than what we see in most of the industry. Okay, some more features. The spare tire mount you see there is an option to put it on this particular unit. They use a sealed beam LED light. Here you've got an integrated side step on the fender. They use a double broke fender. Double broke refers to the 2 brakes in the fender instead of 1, just makes that fender stronger. You also notice a reinforcement in the middle of the fender. 235/80 R16 10-ply radial tire with a Dexter forward adjusting or never adjust brake standard. Also has the Easy Lube hubs. If you pull that black cap off, you can self-service your own bearings. These guys are using a slipper spring suspension as opposed to an eye-to-eye, a little bit heavier duty suspension. Silver mod wheel comes standard. We do have other options here. We have white wheels as well as aluminum. Okay, this particular trailer's got a tarp kit on it. You'll also notice they do a sail bar, and then at the back, we'll show you in a second, that's where the sail bar would mount in. You also notice they've got a spring-loaded self-retaining, when your doors open, it self-retains. Pretty slick idea, we'll show you that. Going down the side, you'll see all those J-hooks, as we refer to them, for your bungee cords if you want to tarp down your load. Also notice you got a handful of stake pockets going down the side as well. Coming back to the back, you'll notice they do a full height cam bar lock. So top to bottom, you've got a cam bar holding it together, just like a semi-style rig. Underneath, you've got undermount ramps. They're about an 80-inch ramp. Again, they are rear pull-out. And they give you pretty well full adjustment other than your cam bar lock on your ramp, so you can slide them quite a bit side to side. Also notice they do a 3-hinge setup on the gate. Hinges also have built-in grease zerks. So these guys here around the side would be what we call banjo eyes. You can use them to tie down. Okay, this has the integrated barn door spreader gate. And then if you pull the pin at the top here, it'll also lay down like a pickup truck style gate. So let me show you this auto latching door. Throw this one open, and you saw up top there where it jumps up and comes back down. Again, it auto latches, kind of a slick design. So on the floor here, this is a 10 gauge. Again, sidewalls are also a 10 gauge. Now Ironbull on a normal trailer, from the top of the wall down to the center of the floor would all be one piece. Now on a high-sided trailer, that does change a bit. We've also got integrated D-rings in the 4 corners. And then to undo the gate, we'll see if we can do it with one hand. A little bit difficult. Possible, but difficult. Okay. And if you're not familiar with the cam bar lock, the nice part is it does lock at the top and the bottom. Okay, going back to the front, it's quite a few features up front I'd like to show you. One, this has an integrated tarp kit. And when I say integrated, it's not a scabbed on tarp like we used to see 5-10 years ago. More manufacturers are getting a little more sophisticated. This one's kind of nice. It's got ball bearings on it. It's got this sail bar for walking down to the other end, and it is self-contained. Now up front, these guys are using a 6-hole adjustable coupler. Notice that is a cast coupler they're using, not stamps. It's a nice heavy-duty coupler. Notice the front faceplate, very slick design, heavy-duty. Got an integrated chain holder, nice feature. Also got a spot up front where you can put your plug. Got the 7K jack. If you're not familiar with this style jack, it's got a greaser. Also has a foot on it that can extend out, so you don't got to carry a block of wood around anymore. It's got an integrated 110-volt charger. If you've never used one of these before, more and more dumps are coming with these, but there's still quite a few that don't do them standard. You can just plug house current in, charge your battery up. Now, one mistake some guys use, this is a 140 amp hour battery. A lot of the chargers historically on the market were a 2 amp hour. You do the math, 140 divided by 2 would be 70 hours to charge a fully discharged battery. This here, I believe, is also, yes, a 1.5 amp. So that there would take about 90 hours to fully charge. Some guys make the mistake of just doing it overnight. Now you can see with the 2 solenoids or coils that this is a power up, power down hydraulic system. Interstate deep cycle marine battery standard. You also notice with these guys here coming off the terminals, this not only has the 110-volt charger, but the other lines are also, it would charge the battery off your accessory line of your truck. It is a minimal charge, much less than people think. It's about a 3.7 amp hour. Again, do the math, take about 40 hours of driving to fully charge a discharged battery. We find though with a scissor hoist, which is equipped on this, it's a pretty efficient hoist that rarely, if ever, do you need to actually use that 110-volt charger. A lot of times the supplemental charging off the truck is sufficient for a lot of users. Now, if you're heavy duty, that may change. So another feature that we like about these Ironbulls, I love their toolbox handles. It's a little detail, but it's so much nicer. The gas shock's also nice. This first toolbox up front here is a standard box. The second box is an optional box. Ballpark there, probably a $250, $60, $70 upgrade. It is nice. It gives you a lot of storage. It's a very slick integrated design. So again, the second box to the back there is an option. Trailer is powder coated, as with most of your bigger manufacturers nowadays. It is powder coated. So another detail that we like that we don't often see is that guy right there. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's got an integrated voltmeter. Now where this is important, again, this being a power up, power down dump, it gives you an idea when your battery's starting to get displaced, so you know when to charge it. Now on a power up, power down system, all you're doing is circulating fluid from one side of the cylinder or one side of the system to the other. The reservoir there is not designed to hold the extra fluid that you would typically get in a power up, gravity down. So if you have a dead battery on a power up, power down system, what it's going to do, it's going to open the coils. These 2 coils here will open up even if the battery's not fully charged, but it won't turn the motor. So what it's going to do is dump your fluid on the downward stroke. And if it dumps the fluid in the downward stroke, when you put the bed back up with a charged battery, now you're going to need more fluid. So on this particular dump, they're using a 5/16 scissor hoist. My independent testing on this has showed that this is about a 7.9 ton rated cylinder, which does agree with the manufacturer's spec. Plenty of hoist for a 14,000 pound rated trailer that's only got about 11,000 pound legal payload. Okay, one thing I'm trying to show you here on this scissor is it's made out of box tube Many in the industry are made out of channel or angle. Again, it's a pretty heavy duty scissor that they put on this. So again, here you can see the tongue and the I-beam frame. You don't generally get an I-beam frame built quite like this. Normally it's a unibody instead of a two-piece. They also do a double header out of channel where the hoist connects. Okay, another difference on Ironbull that I've never seen anybody in the industry, they've been pioneering this for about 3 years, is this underbody fabricated setup. It's a very slick idea when you think about it. Instead of wasting the structure for the ramps, they beef it up, and that becomes your cross member. Also, it's what the hoist ties into. Very smart design. So again, your ramps are in your heavy duty holders. So those holders, just to give you an idea, pretty thick. I'm not sure the gauge. I'm guessing probably 5/16 maybe. So again, this one here's got the 3-foot sides. We also keep this in stock in a 2-foot side and then also in the 4-foot side. Also comes in a DTG model, which is a gooseneck, and you can get the trailer in a 12, 14, and 16 foot. You can also get it in a triple axle 16 foot. If you have any questions on this or any of our other trailers, give us a ring at 717-220-4220 or visit us on the web at bestchoicetrailers.com.